So it's like you're talking about like the zombie trope in movies where you think you killed the guy, and then that's exactly when he comes back and bites you.
Oh, try to kick him on the ledge. That would have been nasty, but we'll not get it. I actually think Beast Coast just flat out outdrafted OG here. I think they're going to win this game by like 25, 30 minutes. But the support matchups are really good for OG in terms of winning the lanes. That's the one wild card. Like, Eng Bat is super strong on lanes, and it might just win OG the early game enough that they can win the game off that. But if that doesn't happen, I don't know what you're doing here because I don't believe in Invoker at all. And Parker got TA, man. This guy's TA is like God tier, dude. It's literally God tier. It is Master tier, but it's also God tier. I have faith in him. I think Parker actually just carries game. Played out of his mind game 1. He has Abaddon and Mag to back him up. He has really good catch and team fight with his other 2 supports. I feel like this is a game Beast Coast should win, which means I think they're absolutely fucked.
All right. Well, we're going to see that TA in the mid lane because it is not going to be a mid-Abaddon. He's going to be playing in the safe lane. They just do a little bit of a role swap-aroo, but Jenkins was not wrong about that. We have been seeing more mid-Abaddon, and it's basically the same as the carry Abaddon, and it's also something that Mago has done before. Harpoon has made this hero a lot stronger in the game, but he actually was doing it before Harpoon. He had an official match where he picked mid-Abaddon against Batrider, and that was just Echo Saber Radiance.
I mean, somebody sat Dark Mago down. They said, you need to expand your hero pool mid. Let's work on it. He came back a week later, said, I got Abaddon, guys. They said, all right, let's stick with the heroes you have, Dark Mago. I think we're done with expanding the pool, but yeah, he just generally likes it. This lane swap is really cool too, right? Because TA Invoker, it's an old school TA matchup that's pretty damn good for her.
Yeah.
I don't think it's crushing, but I think TA should free farm it.
Well, the way BCM's playing with this Forge Spirit right now, he is...
God damn, taking it to Parker here.
Yeah.
I do think Parker's a much better side laner than he is a mid. Like, I don't think he's a crazy mid laner. I think BCM is a way better mid laner in terms of the lane mechanics, so I feel like that's skewing this matchup a bit. But in theory, this lane swap's really good for Beast Coast because you don't want to put the TA versus Doom Edge lane. This lane is incredibly strong. You got a heartbeat creep on top of it for DM as well. That's what I'm saying. The early game side lanes for OG are crazy strong here. Like, you're not contesting either if you're Beast Coast. You are just trying to survive them until your mid game kicks online with this TA with a bunch of stacks and you can get some good kills back. But
that
top lane is rough.
Really awkward, I think, mostly for Schofield. Right? He's playing an Earth Spirit, and I don't think you can really rotate on mid super well. I'm not sure if TA really takes advantage of it, especially a TA that's losing the lane.
I mean, TA will chip Invoker in this matchup. BZM gets low. Invoker is a susceptible hero to the roam, especially the X-Sword. But it's going to be hard to leave Sacred alone without it being obvious. I do think Schofield will try and make moves at some point. He can also go top, depending on how aggressive top is. But again, Heartbeat Creep for DM, plus there's an Enchantress up here. This is just such a strong lane. It's ridiculous. Again, why you rather have the Abaddon up here than the TA. I think TA would get dumpstered in this lane. At least Abaddon can shield himself and throw a prayer out.
Uragi got pulled into the tower, so he's going to die. And that's going to be your first blood. Wow, surprising that it took that long.
That is a very surprising kill. I would not have picked that as my first blood. I think this is a free farm lane for Uragi. Just getting punished before the waveform's up off a crazy good skewer. And that is a huge amount of extra XP going to Schofield on top of the first blood gold. That's like a full earn almost.
Oh, and he got all the last hits there.
That's literally earn done right now. This is a huge item if you can get charges. I mean, something you can do with earn actually is when you fly it out, you can insta-suicide to a tier 2. And then TP to a lane and gank. You get the charge.
That's an interesting
haven't thought about
idea.
that one, huh? I actually think sometimes it's legit better than trying to get charges because sometimes those kills are just not feasible, right?
Yeah, sure. You're trying to like force things a little bit too much or something where you hit your power spike like basically right away. You die, come back.
I think it's something players can think. I actually think Earn is quite good this patch. I was playing around with it a lot. I think this item is very strong if you get like some early kill and you can just rush it. And I think this is one of the small things that can be really good about it. Like, you can just trade out on lane, use all your resources, go suicide, you get the Earn charge, then that next gank becomes really strong, and then you snowball off that.
Glimpse back while they try and focus on the Enchantress, and it's just enough damage. But Mago might be dying here.
Another heartbeat, but he has a shield.
Comes right after the shield goes out. Now he's got another seed. Didn't need to use it, apparently. The lightning was more than enough.
And look who's ganking mid.
Damn.
It's not Schofield right now. It's Seb with the early Bat Rider rotation. Just knocks him into the Frost Snap, and bam. Easy kill right there, punishing the Templar Assassin. That is what OG want to have happen in this game. Accelerate the Invoker, because this hero tends to be very slow. And these early lanes are an issue for Beast Coast. The Ench Bat are disgusting at this point in the game. Ursa just clapping Stinger. I think you're gone, son.
Yep, he's going to run him down underneath the trees pretty easily. Sacred top CS on the board. So when they got the kill on the Morphling, he just ran away with the lane. Now Mago is going to die again.
It's the Harpy creep.
The Harpy creep is just...
Yeah, it just destroyed him. There is no way he should have gotten that off a small camp. That is just a huge misplay by Beast Coast. Cost him a lot in this top lane. Like, you're playing against Doom Ench and you're giving them level 1 Harpy creep small camp spawn? What the hell are you doing, son? I'd be flaming the crap out of my 5 if that happened. You die for that first block. Maybe the second. You just sit there and take it. That should not have happened, and Beast Coast's going to pay a heavy price. Another skewer bottom. I mean, this double melee lane has been doing some work. They really want to give the urn charges.
They are getting kited around by Seb pretty nicely. His first performance on the support Bat Rider, looking not too bad. They get it with the Sunstrike. It is going to be trade-off of kills.
That was such a classic Schofield bait. He had Fairy Fire Wand. Sunstrike just caught him off guard.
Yeah.
We'll get the single urn charge, but not the double. As the Harpy continues to wreak havoc up here. Raindrops getting pummeled.
Seed shot, impetus, Harpy. Man, there's just a lot of like really cheap, high damage spells being thrown around in that top lane.
I mean, this is a lane you 100% expect to lose, but not. I think this could have been lost less hard. I don't know how to phrase that, but you get my point. So as long as Beast Coast get out of this with levels, I think they're okay. Here's that gank with the urn charge. Huge kill for the experience here. Schofield is having a pretty damn good game on this Earth Spirit.
Taiga is going to get another kill.
Level 5.5.
Yeah, he is. His levels are out of control right now.
Another reason his death is worth a lot, though.
The BZM! Oh! He's going to feel very good about that one. Not only does he kill Mago, but he saves the Enchantress by doing it. Anyway, what was going on here? RP to save Sacred's life?
Yeah, defensive RP to get away. Trying to deal with the Seb
Got him with the urn, got him with a kick. Schofield has killed Taiga. So that's
charges.
Very important to get. More charges to get back. Also, the Enchantress kind of getting out of control. A lot of experience for that kill.
Try and gank Parker again.
They have the sentry. Can he get out of range of it in time? Nope, he's going to pop the refraction, but it's going to go away so quickly. He's going to fight it out. Maybe get the kill on Seb. After his death, the tower shot will finish him off. The two supports cutting in here. Now, without a core to play with, are they going to be able to have enough damage between the two of them?
Yeah, BCM has no mana here. He is dunzo. That is the value of earning these early fights.
Got your courier.
That's true. Still, the experience for these Beast Coast supports is incredibly good, right? They both have level 6, basically. For a Disruptor Earth Spirit, a support duo we've seen get stagnated really hard.
Yeah.
That's a good sign, especially, again, versus an OG support duo that is, in my opinion, way stronger in this early game with Ench Bat. Like, this is where these heroes thrive. You need to get as much damage done as possible to propel your Invoker into that late game.
Oh, he's just about to get 6, but I don't think this one creep is going to be enough. And without 6, he has taken a lot of damage from Jim Park, and it's going to be glimpsed back maybe to his death, or maybe not. The heal is still doing a lot of work here. Mago's going to be able to run him down eventually, but the Bat Rider getting all this damage, getting his level 6, getting the Doom off as well, all just to try and kill this Earth Spirit, who maybe is bailed out by the Euphonic Shield for now, trying to get away. Mago, though, level 5, and once again, the Sunstrike comes as a potential surprise. Finishing off the hero, Seb trying to limp away from Jim Park, who's still trying to run down these supports that are limping away. OG had been kiting this out so nicely, but Seb finally will be put down.
Surprised they didn't deny Schofield. That Doom ticks him out. OG getting a lot. Of course, the huge Sunstrike kill as well. These have been on point from BZM, 4-1. This is how XR Invoker is supposed to function. Lightus already completed at 10 minutes. He is living the dream.
Level 9.
Unganked in mid, plus Sunstrike kills, plus shutting down the enemy mid laner. Get
Schofield.
Murder.
Uragi's going to be way too fast to get caught by that kind of interaction, especially during daytime. Tried to sneak up on him there.
And Stinger did not level ult here. He went 2-3-1. Kind of an interesting build.
Why?
I think he does. I feel like he thinks he doesn't have the mana to use everything, which is kind of true. But I still feel like the ult is better than an extra point Thunderstrike.
I'm going to say he misclicked.
Maybe. I don't know. That's a pretty hard misclick. Man, RP and Hench.
Man, they really want to kill Taiga, and they're not going to get it. Glimpse back, still not enough damage, and now they've run out of spells. TP away, they do have the last hit. They're going to leave it in place there. The Sunstrike will not get the last hit, so no experience for the Invoker, but still a win for OG.
I mean, OG coming out of the gate swinging with this incredibly powerful early game. They have a Morphling who's going to get all his items here on top of 2 cores with Midas. BZM takes the enemy mid-tier 1. As Parker, I mean, you got to jungle with TA. It's where this hero shines. You don't want to sit mid, you want to go to the Ancients, but BZM is just having way too much space. Going to invade triangle now. That's an excellent Invoker. He's in the enemy triangle at 11 minutes.
Trying to go for the kill, a fast one. They surprise him with a stun, get him with a Static Storm, and it is not enough. Uragi gets away, and now he's morphing at full strength, and now the 2 supports of OG have managed to get behind him. That's going to be the death of Stinger. And honestly, Schofield would be lucky to get out of here, and I don't think he will be. Actually, the turn into an Earth Spirit. Uragi rolls onto him. They throw the Doom out onto Jim Park, who does return some decent damage load around this tower. It's rough for DM. They're going to buy back early, get the glimpse back. After all, they dove the tower. Best time to punish him with the glimpse. If they can get the Invoker, it's perfect, but they don't have a stun to stop him. He TPs away successfully. A Sunstrike! Oh, BZM! Kill after kill after kill. He wants all of them, and he will have plenty. Another glimpse back, another attempt on Taiga. Does manage to get the lasso back underneath the tower. They have struck maybe a little bit too deep here on the side of Beast Coast, losing their offlaner as a result. But I guess they trade, getting DM.
It's worth the Doom kill, but these Sunstrikes are just nasty, man. There's no way around it. Every single one has landed this game. Pushes BZM up to 6-1-3 here on an immobile mid-hero. That is ridiculous. Joining all these fights, making great use of the spells. Doom is not going to have much effect in this engagement. If DM died here, I think Beast Coast would have been really happy with this because they can turn on the Invoker with the Glimpse. He had to pick one of the 2. But, of course, you can always just TP out. The best spell in Dota.
Maybe because he lives, he gets the Sunstrike that kills Mago.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? If he dies and your Abaddon lives, it's so many small things not going Beast Coast's way, but that is also the strength of what OG have drafted themselves here. A very formidable early game that is paying off and allowing their greedy cores to hit those timings. They're going to be scary timings. Witchblade on the menu for BZM. It's going to be a glimpse, but nobody around.
This is certainly not the kind of game that Mago, I think, envisioned when he picked the Abaddon for himself.
No, he just tanked it for the team. If his TA had an absolutely free game, I don't think he'd feel too bad, but Seb made short work of that by ganking mid twice. Shut down Parker's super high ramp momentum, enabled BZM, and then you kind of just sacked this Abaddon for nothing. So now he's just going to have to fight his way back in this game with a drum build. This just feels rough. I guess you can empower him. He can maybe catch up later. His spells are going to be strong at this point in the game. You do have to remember, like, he can remove Cold Snap. He can remove Napalms. You can heal through the Dooms. The Abaddon definitely has a decent amount of value in this game without the net worth, but at some point, I mean, it's Doom Dota, man. Doom is, he's quite a Dota hero. I say that crying. Wow, he's so stupid. Like, what is Devour?
So bad.
What is Devour? I mean, did I make this argument to you? I made it to somebody, right? Like, well, Seb is gonna get glimpsed and pay the price. There's a game you can play where it's like, you know, what Would you take Doom with Devour and no other spells over other Dota heroes?
You posited to me, what hero were we talking about? We were talking about a really bad hero.
Yeah, it's like Shadow Shaman or something.
No, Centaur.
Oh,
it was
Centaur, yeah.
Would you take Centaur or a melee creep with Devour?
Yeah, that was it. But I'll give you Doom with Devour. So it's Doom with Devour, no other spells, just Devour.
Yeah.
You can buy any items or whatever. Normal stats, or Centaur.
I'm taking the Doom.
I'm taking the Doom, dude. That's what I'm saying, dude. You know that Doom's going to get Nora. That Centaur is dead weight, brother. He is sinking you to the bottom of the lake. That is all he's doing.
Oh, this Morphling. He's trying to float through this team fight right now. The Static Storm goes out to try and delay his impact. And Schofield actually going back in on that one. Initiate on me, not initiate on you. He trades himself for the life of Seb. Uragi turning into that Earth Spirit, though, and they've already stalled out. Oh, nice RP, though. That's a beauty from Sacred. He just needs to line it up for the TA to do the damage, but the TA gets deafening blasted, can't get the damage out, and Sacred will die for his initiation.
No heal with the Doom on the Abaddon.
Still trying to get a fight out of this one, though. Stinger cuts through, but this is a runaway moment, not a glimpse moment. Uragi, he'll see him with a waveform. He'll finish him off. Triple kill for him underneath the tier 2 towers. Now they are respawning.
This is really deep. But you're all frost armored. Edge creep doing work on top of early Solar Crest for Taiga. These heroes are just tanky as hell. You have Mech on DM.
I mean, where's the damage? Like, if you put Frost Shield, where's the damage coming from?
It's just magnetized.
The TA is the only damage that they have.
I mean, it's magnetized vessel. Yeah. That's pretty much it. And, I mean, Schofield went in. We'll give it to him. He went in. He got a good magnetized. That was about it. But if he's not alive to keep proccing it.
Yeah, that is a problem. And what's a bigger problem for Beast Coast? I think I would take that Centaur over Mago's Ban right now.
I mean, I don't know about that. I feel like I still take this Abaddon over the Centaur, but they'll kill up the Cobalt as well. I mean, dare I say it, it's turning into the VZM show, Cap. It's back in town.
Yeah, the light show.
That's my favorite boss of all time. Man goes to doctor, says doctor. I'm feeling depressed lately. Back is sore. Hard to carry my team. Doctor says, why don't you go to the VZM show? I hear it's in town. Man says, but doctor, I am VZM. But hey, he doesn't have to carry anymore because their team's back.
Never didn't like that one, apparently.
How do you not like that? That might be the greatest COD boss I've ever seen in Dota.
That is legitimate. That rivals the only other one is the I am snaking arrow. Well, it was Fada. I am
Fada's arrow. That is a classic.
349.
That's a true classic, dude. I still see a couple of those. That's the crazy part. Fada hasn't even been playing for like a couple of years. He hasn't played Mirana in probably like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And you still see a couple of those like arrow insert player names.
Oh man. Some of you guys out there, some of you Dota fans, some of you are all right. Come up with some good shit.
Yeah, if you made some of those passes, go up to Cap on land, tell him it was you, shake his hand, he'll really appreciate it.
I'll get a picture with you.
Froggy gets a picture with Roshan here. Aegis already up for the Manta Morph lane, rushing that Ag second. He's going to turn into TA, steal the attack speed, steal the Agi. That is going to remove the damage. Again, we thought that was a big problem for the Deuce last game, but it didn't stop Parker. And TA is his #1 hero. He is very confident on the Templar Assassin. Still 6-2-2 this game, honestly. He's done a pretty damn good job considering how rough his other 2 cores had it. Desto completed, Grove Bow up. They can still play around him. He's taking a tier 1 into that Aegis for OG when they have everything up. Again, I thought this was a game that looked pretty decent here for Beast Coast. That's why they are, of course, losing by 10k now. But now that it's looking very rough,
now surely it's got to go the other way.
I'm sure that means they're going to have a crazy team fight turnaround here in the next minute.
Okay, I understand the Beast Coast MO, but I still doubt it. That's the crazy part. I still doubt it, and it's mostly because OG has a Doom. I feel like this Midas,
Doom is Doom.
It's a golden hand around their neck right now. choking them out.
That's true.
Because they win early, and now they're just going to scale and scale and scale.
Doom is a terrifying hero, man. This hero does not care about your strategy.
And apparently he doesn't care about the initiation from Beast Coast. Keeps on poking his head into this area. They will finally go for him. They're going to glimpse back. And they're going to go for it with the RP underneath the Static Storm. Not only are they going to be able to kill him, but maybe the Enchantress as well. The Skewer away and finished off. 5 versus 3 commences, but it looks like the Disruptor is going to be caught inside the lasso. Sam needs to be able to get away from this roll-in. Schofield nails it, and they finish him off with the Meld Strikes. Jim Park fighting for his life, though, against Yuragi, who has that extra life. With the buybacks, they have the extra heroes to maybe fight this Morphling. The heals go through, and they're ready for life number 2. They've got BCM in the back lines. A more important kill, perhaps. Yuragi almost got him with that Skewer. Will get the glimpse back on Taiga, who bought back in this team fight as well, just to die next to his former teammate.
I mean, what did I say a minute ago, Cap?
I don't know how they do it, man. I do not understand.
I feel like at this point, I'm so good at understanding what shouldn't happen for Beast Coast that I can predict what will happen. I have gone full circle enough. They just win a fight, man. That said, I don't think DM should just be running in like that. I don't think he is nearly as tanky as he thinks.
He did it twice. He did it once, got the information. I mean, it was like, you know what? I'm going to go back.
There's still enough decent hybrid damage coming out. They get another pick off on Sev. This game is just crumbling for OG out of nowhere. Once again, Parker is just standing and delivering with the Beast Coast lineup around him. And there's a lot of magic damage still. That's my point. You have Crimson, you have Mech on Doom, but Crimson is not dealing with the Deso big hits from TA, and it's not dealing with the Magnetize, the Vessel, the Static Storm you get stuck in. It's hard for OG to come in and help the Doom when he's in that position because you have to go into Static Storm. That's why we saw the Enchantress get caught in it as well. Then you're just setting up for RP, right? Going into this Beast Coast lineup is not very straightforward unless you just get a clean jump Doom stun on the TA, which you don't have the capability to do yet. So you're throwing a lot of gold Beast Coast away. That lead just got cut by 6K. And look at Parker's net worth, man. He is fat. He is big. He has been worshiping at the altar of Hector. And the god Hector is benevolent today. He's been very kind and delivered him the gold.
I bestow upon you my blessing, my child.
My disciple,
go. Parker.
Whew.
He's going to farm the biggest creep. While apparently Schofield dies.
He got the shard, though.
Away. He did get the shard. Did he get the shard before or after his death, though? Because that would impact his net worth, and therefore that would impact how much gold they got out of it.
I'm going to say it was after.
Great call.
I don't know. I have him muted, so I can't see the shard notification.
Why would you do that, Avery?
I mean, I'm going to be fair. I think everybody has Schofield. He's so annoying. Oh. Like in a good way, in an endearing way.
Yeah. And like again, I will always say this: when a Dota player calls another Dota player annoying, it's the highest compliment.
Yep. In fact, as we see
Seb back in. Ooh, I thought that Shockwave would pull him in enough that they would get that couple of hits in from the TA. Not quite.
You know, this game actually has the 2 players that I think are the most annoying Dota players to ever play Dota. All right, 2 of the top 3.
Okay. Seb and
Schofield, yeah.
Who's the third?
You know who I think the #1 most annoying Dota player of all time is?
Who?
Like, what is happening right now?
Apparently they're battling it out on 2 different sides.
Parker just dead?
Static Storm to try and help him out. He needs more time for the refraction, and he's not going to get it.
They're just fighting without their Abaddon. And OG are... Okay, sure. We'll take that fight. You can't dispel anything on your TA? He's been relying on the dispels. He does not have BKB. He does not have defensive items. He's glass cannon TA. You show him like that in the middle of nowhere. You're getting cold snap. You're getting napalm. You cannot run away. That's a very different setup. That's why I said what the hell is going on, because I'm looking Dark Magos fighting Invoker top while they're going into Radiant Jungle. That is not the type of fight Beast Coast can take. Just as it was looking to turn around, of course, it goes horribly wrong for them. The Beast Coast script. The writers are not on strike for that one.
I think, well, I mean, this is on both of them, right? Because Beast Coast did go without their Baden, and their Baden also went away from the rest of Beast Coast.
He's trying to like find catch-up farm. Remember, look at it powered. I mean, he
is I feel like he's got to give up on the concept of him being an impact.
No, I don't think he can. I think he has to farm.
I think really.
Yeah, I think he has to get in power in this game on Dark Mago, and he has to actually scale for them to win this game.
Oh, I thought it was just all in on the TA.
No,
like
the problem
game
is
one.
you're against Doom. At some point, you're going to Doom this TA. You're going to get all the buffs removed. You can't really help her that much, and Scotty Morphling is just going to stick on you with Ags. Like, what do you do versus Ags Scotty Morphling, who just goes on your Templar Assassin who's doomed? I don't think you can ever win that fight. There's like Exort Invoker here too. I think it's way too hard. I think you need the Abaddon to be strong to provide some sort of threat and go in and be able to force something onto him instead of onto Parker here.
Okay, my argument is that I felt like you kind of broke OG a little bit, and I think you wanted to keep that momentum going. I don't think you want this game to slow down and get picked off.
I agree with that, but I think that could happen regardless of the Abaddon items. I think that was just where they were playing on the map issue.
Okay.
I also think OG can slow this game. Like, I think OG can control the map with the decent lead they have and stall this game out. Seb has Solar Crest Halberd. In fact, they have 2 Solar Crests on OG. Really optimizing for and 2 Halberds as DM picks up his and Greaves. They're just optimizing for the physical battle that's going to come out here. They don't care about the magic damage. They're caring about the TA's physical, the Abaddon physical, Empower with the mag, right? At some point, Magnetize is not going to do a lot. Maybe Earth Spirit Ags will, though. That is a very interesting pickup in this game for Schofield. He can go in, stone somebody, kick him out. Now you have another displacement vehicle for Beast Coast. A very reliable and a very good one.
And a save mechanism for the TA, perhaps?
Yes. So I think if you save the TA with stone and kick her out, you're probably losing that fight.
Probably.
He's going to look for the stone if he can get it. Oh, didn't get the Doom. All right, he's going to kick himself
into the stone. Static Storm. Stopping the Doom, getting the roll away, but now they're going to get caught by something here. Tornado doesn't quite latch. Mago popping his Manta, trying to get rid of that cold snap so they can get back to their base.
Just making some space. Jim Park shoves him bottom.
Gets a bunch of TA traps down there too, so even once he leaves this part of the map, that creep wave is going to stay pushed in for a long time.
You know, all I'm thinking about right now is Chad is just annoyed I never told him what the most annoying player.
Who is it?
I did that with, like, there's something I did that with too. It was when we were talking about the players that with the highest, like, kill rankings and stuff. That was when you were proposing that question, and we didn't answer for like 20 minutes. And the entire chat was just, who? Who is it?
Who is it? Well, anyway, back to the game.
Yeah.
They're doing Roshan, guys. We got to talk about it.
OG are going to commit for another Roshan here.
You tune in next time. We'll talk about it for Game 3. For the
you got to remember, all these defensive items OG are building on top of the Enchantress Seal and all the sustain. You're going to be able to throw Alacrity on this Morphling. So the double carry goes both ways. BZM's a threat on his own, but he's going to make his Morphling an even crazier threat. This is going to be Ags, Scotty, Manta Morphling with Alacrity going in on your Templar Assassin. It's just not a fair fight, man. It really isn't. Like, what is Parker supposed to do? I don't think TA functions the same as Medusa either. I don't think you're 1v5 in this game. I mean, his TA is quite good. He's had a decent game here, 9-3, but like the TA net worth is just not Medusa net worth.
Sure. And also, it's harder to get that multi-hero impact, right?
100%.
Just as split shot, you can't line up Psyblades on 3 or 4 heroes.
I mean, Dusa is also a very unique hero in that when you donk on the Dusa, she punishes you. She has Stone Gate, she can protect her team. She's killing you in an AoE. The TA, if OG go on the TA, they're super happy with the fight. If they go on the Mag or the Earth Spear, for example, the TA is not just insta-giving them. It's not protecting her team. And he has no BKB either. Lincoln's is great for things like that.
Lincoln's just got picked up, by the way, so it instantly had an impact.
But he doesn't have BKB for things like the disarms from the Halberds or the Invoker disarm, for example. Like, can this TA even hit anybody in these fights?
We're about to find out, I think.
As Scotty finished for Yuragi. Who? Who is it?
I feel like it's not good brand building to antagonize your audience, but it is exactly the brand that you've cultivated, Avery. So.
Oh my god, I love it so much. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, if there's something I can do that would just torture chat as much as possible, I'm gonna do it.
Is that where you came up with the lore idea in the first place?
The lore was born.
Oh, the blink away just in time.
Nice sidestep.
Oh, he gets into a little hole here. They spot him, but a bit too late.
Lord, Parker. You magician. Gave him the old Houdini.
Oh, there's a stone
Turn
on
him
a
into
board.
the stone form. Well, okay, this
Into
is
the
the
skewer.
skewer off of the stone.
The alley-oop.
That's an idea. That's going to be life number 1 of Yuragi.
They can static storm him.
They
He
can
has no
static storm him.
BKB.
Uh-oh. OG, they got to get in here. They got to do something to stop this.
he's
I don't
gone.
think they can. They're going to give him the Crimson Guard. The tornado comes through. That helps out, but it's not enough. And no
they
OG.
tried to save him.
They tried to save him, and now they're going to get swept up Beast Coast. The wave is coming.
God, the wave indeed. One brother to another. He just kicked them straight into that skewer, dragged them 3,000 units. What are you supposed to do about this?
Kick away, skewer.
That is literally a tag team of perfection here. They got him the first life just off the Geograph Silence, saving Static Storm. There's not a lot of BKBs in this game. These silences are incredibly good.
He didn't RP off of the skewer. Where was the Manta waveform away?
Wasn't fast enough. He got silenced by Schofield on the return trip, and then once you try and save him, I mean, I understand trying to save him here, right? If he lives, you can turn that fight, but pay a bigger price, lead back down to 3,000 gold every time you think you've killed Beast Coast, you've created another zombie, and they're rising from the grave. Schofield is looking for blood.
Nice,
no
get
BCM
out
was
here.
there.
He turns himself into a stone to get himself out. Tries to roll. Gets
doom him.
denied. They're going to finish him off with a Sun Strike here on a buyback. They see an opportunity. Or just TP in, rather. Sorry. Do manage to get the last onto the Disruptor. Okay. Oh, he will get a little bit more out of these pickoffs. 2 supports will die. And they still have a cheese to operate with, so they've got a pretty significant advantage for the next 30 seconds.
But I still think OG are stronger than these straight 5-on-5s right now. With the amount of utility Seb has, neither of their supports can really die that easily. You have a bunch of halberds, a bunch of disarms, but Dark Mago is slowly catching up, and that's like a very wild card factor. This is an empowered, universal Abaddon, not something I think a lot of Dota players are familiar playing against, right? Like, how do you mentally do the math on the damage output of this hero in fights? How much is he hitting you for? What's his attack rate? You don't know these things. You've never played against it. It's very weird. He has a Harpoon, he has Manta, he can instant silence you. Could get the Shard later. He's going to build a Scotty. This hero's going to become obnoxious. Now, you're just instantly silenced. Now you're perma-silenced.
Now, yeah, you're perma-silenced. Dude managed to take one of the illusions away. Actually, this Enchanter stealing that illusion could be a problem. The RP, it's not going to get there in time. The Tornado stops him. He goes for his second round, but he's been burned out of all this mana. Sacred will not be able to enact his ultimate here to be able to help out the TA, who desperately needed that kind of lineup. Instead, they will have to forfeit this engagement.
Parker sitting invis. They knew he was there.
Tried to get the blink, and he does manage to get it.
Oh, what a nice
Great
steal.
coverage there. Static Storm, Kinetic Fields, not even going to die.
Yeah, he just didn't know that gem was out. That's Taiga's gem back on DM. And he's trying to do his Tormentor here.
Oh,
What the
Taiga!
heck is this?
He's getting side-bladed and tormented at the same time.
I actually got it with that last crit. What a heads-up play to save that from OG Grasp. That'll be a shard for Magnus. It's a decent shard. Does a little extra damage in the fights.
Every little bit helps.
Beast Coast continue to snake their way through this game.
Schofield gonna cut this bottom wave, but the tier 2's dead, and if OG wanted to, they could go high ground, but it seems they're maybe just gonna wait for next Roshan. Shivas to try and deal with this heavy amount of physical damage. Broke through the Lincolns and got him. This is the problem. They have such good pickoff that when you're trying to move around these maps, if you feel like you can't take the 5-on-5, then you're still having to deal with a Bat Rider support and a Doom.
And this Ghostwalk Invoker running around. BZM is pretty much maxed out here. He is everything of all 3 spirits.
Turn him into... Nope. Schofield was thinking about trying to get there, help his buddy out.
I mean, he has Shivas. The only thing he's missing is his Hex. Once BZM gets Hex, the map becomes impossible to play because he's just going to be ghost walking around, insta-hexing cores Lincoln Spheres are nice. You can't get the kick.
Can't get the kick, and that means
Brother,
Sacred
you left me behind.
left to die. I mean, feels like OG have maybe figured out the weak point of Beast Coast zombies.
Kill them one at a time.
Or
Twice to the head.
twice to the head was what I was thinking, but sure.
No buybacks here for Beast Coast. Might just be megas with the rate they're taking these buildings. Empowered Alacrity Alpha Wolfed Morphling is hitting for plus 250 here. Basically double damage.
Yeah, Universal Heroes can't match that.
I mean, BZM's hitting for plus 300 with Alacrity. You just got megas here off 1 TA death. Okay. That was a valuable kill top.
Yeah, but now Beast Coast has OG exactly where they want.
That's true. It does. I mean, did Beast Coast just win this game? That's the real question here. They just got megas. Does that mean
all you fools, you just buffed Beast Coast by getting megas?
I think their chance to win just went up by 5%. I mean, if they actually somehow win this game, damn, we'll look good.
Swift Blink for Jim Park, but all of these items, problem's going to be is in 30 seconds, Roshan is going to spawn, and that will be when Mega Creeps are pushing into your base. Are they really going to be able to get out in the corner of the map if they can pick off TM quickly? They get through the Doom, out through the Lincolns, and oh, the TA is just getting demolished by this Morphling so damn quickly. He burned through the refraction, then he was gone in an instant. Schofield's still trying to track down this Doom and might be able to get him. Oh no, it's not enough either. Okay, never mind. The stone exploded and got him in the end.
Yeah, but you're going to get run down here. The chase is guaranteed for OG. There is no running. That is the downside of Abaddon.
Cole tried to get him with the skewer to protect Mago as you go for the TP back.
Oh, the light show.
Stop spamming. Different kind of light show.
I mean, I was talking about the BZM show. I don't know if he needs lights to help him, but he will take center stage here, dominating 11-2 and 14 for BZM.